Hello, it is Direct Mail Monday, November 25th, 2024. Steve Sipress here, sharing a basic, or in this case, could be extremely advanced, advertising, marketing, sales tip to help you out in your business based on a piece of mail that I received in my mailbox. So this is not necessarily, as always, on Direct Mail Mondays, it's not necessarily a tip about using direct mail. I'm using the direct mail to share a tip. Makes sense? Okay, so I got this in the mail. I'm getting inundated with this kind of stuff. I talk about a lot here lately. I will be turning, well, what do you know? I'll be turning 65 exactly 6 months from today, at which point I will be eligible for Medicare, but I'm not eligible right now, but all the marketing and advertising is going on now because it is what's known as open enrollment season. So it is time for people that have Medicare already to make their changes and update their plans and whatever they want to do. Now, people like me that are turning 65 at another time in the year, we don't have to only do that during the open enrollment time. Anyway, I'm still getting a whole bunch of stuff in this one. I love it for a couple of reasons. One, it is the old fake government notice. That's not really the lesson today. It's a bonus tip. You can use this in your marketing. Make it seem like it's something real official coming from some real official source, and you are projecting more authority with your message, right? So I share pieces like this. Heating and air people will send something that's ugly and appears that it's so bad that it couldn't be some slick marketing piece from a company. It's from some official from the government or from the manufacturer telling you, hey, it's time for maintenance on your system. Call this number, blah, blah, blah. Like, of course, it's the heating and air company itself. But in this case, its notice is addressed to Steve Sipress, it says. Now that's interesting because on the back, or on the, yeah, it says addressed to Steve Sipress. So I'm pretty sure I know it's addressed to Steve Sipress. But again, see, that's so bad and clunky that it can't be from some kind of a company. That's too stupid. It has to be from the government, where when something is stupid and inefficient, comes from the government, everyone accepts that and understands it and wouldn't believe it if it was any other way. Of course, it's stupid and inefficient and clunky. It's from the government. And then it states in real, again, stupid, clunky, governmental type of crap, Steve, residents in Maricopa County, the most embarrassing election county in the country, by the way. Yes, that's where I live. May qualify for a healthy grocery allowance with an average of $1,164 a year with a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, first of all, I'm not eligible for this because I'm not eligible for Medicare in general. But man, $1,100 for groceries. That sounds great. And they put it in bold until you. I read it the first time. I was like, $1,100. Hey, that's pretty good. You know, it's about what my beautiful wife Michelle will spend in a month with the Costco. And then, you know, we don't want to get everything in an industrial, ridiculous 17-gallon size. So we go to a couple of different local supermarkets she likes while she's out doing her thing. This one for the produce, that one for the this and the that, whatever. $1,100 a month, very nice. But it's not $1,100 a month. Again, it is $1,164 a year. That's a healthy grocery allowance. Maybe they're saying you can only get healthy groceries, but that is certainly not what anyone in the U.S. in the time of Bidenomics and rampant inflation that they claim is out of control because it goes down by 0.1 of a point, but it was up by 9% a couple of years ago. It has not gone back, and it won't until we get the undergirding of the economy back in place, which is energy, which Trump has promised to do in his second term. And I believe he'll do it. We'll see, but he ought to be able to just drill, baby, drill, and get the sentiment going for energy companies to go crazy, and therefore bring the cost down of making anything, shipping anything, trucking anything, anywhere. Prices should go down, but $1,164 a year. I mean, it's 12 months in a year, so just roughly, that's less than $100 a month. So is that a healthy grocery allowance? Less than $100 a month. Who the heck, first of all, who the heck can get by on Social Security? Who can get by on a grocery allowance of $100 a month? So it's an extra $100 a month. That's nice. We can get a couple of extra steaks or, you know, a couple extra meals out of that or something. I wouldn't call that really a healthy grocery allowance, but you see what they did there. They took the small number, which would be $97 a month or so, and by multiplying out to a year, they make it appear big and substantial and fantastic and something I definitely want to please call this number and get, which this number will go, oh, look, to a licensed insurance agent. Guess what? It'll just go to an insurance agent. It doesn't go to any government agency or some Medicare board in Washington, D.C. or something. This is sent by an insurance agent looking to get more calls, which is smart. That's what all insurance agents, financial advisors, plumbers, doctors, lawyers, chiropractors, heating and air guys, dog walkers, consultants, you name it. We all want more appointments or more qualified potential leads, potential clients, customers, patients, members, whatever it is to your business. So if you have an insignificant small number, like a savings on groceries of less than $100 a month, you multiply that out and you say it's $1,164, and you hope that they don't compute and kind of read and they're kind of skimming and it doesn't go into the brain that that's per year. And you said healthy, and when you say it, believe it or not, if you're not up on human behavioral psychology as a business owner or anyone doing any kind of advertising, marketing, sales, you really ought to make a study of it, because that's what it's all about. So the ways, that's the last W of the WOW strategy, the ways of doing advertising and marketing keep changing. There's always a new website, a new social media platform, a new this, that, whatever. Heck, I have a company that does AI workflow consulting. There's always new AI tools, thousands of them. They're always being updated and changed. That'll always change. But human behavioral psychology, what makes people tick, what makes people buy, what makes people subscribe to your emails, what makes people read your social media posts or respond, or all that stuff is all human behavioral psychology. Has not changed, will not change. That's what you want to bank on. That's what you want to base all of your decisions on. And the human brain tends to not want to read every single detail. Now, there are some detail-oriented people that will, but most people will simply grab this, and when you say it's a healthy grocery allowance, they'll believe it. Hey, speaking of Medicare or government medical stuff, we had a president years ago who said so many times over and over, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your plan, your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan. Period. Bottom line, boom. And then immediately, when Obamacare, what do they call it, whatever they call it, healthcare.gov, whenever it went into place, immediately I got a letter from Blue Cross Blue Shield. Your plan is canceled. You can't keep your plan. You don't have that anymore. Boom. So, no, we can't keep our plan. But they said it over and over enough times, enough people believed it, even Congress people believed it, and they passed it into law. One of the worst bills ever enacted, because, of course, it's a good thing. But they enacted that good thing by taking good stuff away from other people. That's just pure socialism, which, of course, that's Obama. But I digress. So a lot of people gained health care plans, a lot of them real cheap or for free. I happen to lose my beloved Blue Cross Blue Shield that served my beautiful wife, Michelle, and I really well for years. Anyway, so if you repeat something enough, or you say it strongly enough, people might believe it. So you say healthy grocery allowance, people might believe it's healthy, even though on the very next line it says of $1,164 a year, which, of course, if they had said for a crappy low grocery allowance with an average of $1,164 a year, everyone would go, yeah, sure, right, that makes sense. Why would I respond to that? It is a crappy low grocery allowance that you can maybe get a couple of meals with, although if you're a senior, Medicare, and you're living off Social Security, you could probably stretch that $97 for a couple of weeks or maybe a week or so. But for a full month, I'm sure you could stretch it, but it's not what anyone call a healthy allowance. So this works in reverse, by the way. If you're selling something with a huge number, you divide up the number. And just to prove to you that this works, no matter how sophisticated, this works on doctors, lawyers, doesn't matter, whoever you think of the most sophisticated, PhD people, whoever you think of the most sophisticated people this works, ask them the last time they bought a car. Did the car salesman say this car is $72,412.18, or did they say, hey, you can have this for only $550 a month? So they divided it into 60 payments of whatever. Now it's 500 something a month. Well, I can afford that. It's 800 a month. Okay, I can afford that if I'm making a couple $100,000. I'm a doctor. I'm a dentist. I'm a lawyer. I'm making a few $100,000. $1,000 a month for the car. Sure, no problem. But 80,000, 100,000, how about a home? Hey, this home, it's only $4,000 a month on the mortgage for this spectacular 5,000 square foot, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Depends on where you live, of course, what you get for your money's worth in real estate. But you see what I'm getting at. That's a humongously big number, especially when you add in all the interest. How about that? Did you ever sign the mortgage, sign on the dotted line and look, and it has the detail and it says, hey, the home cost is X amount. So is the interest, or the interest is even more. It doubles, or now with the rates now, it'll triple the cost of the home. So they're not saying that, hey, when you sign this mortgage, let's say you buy a $500,000 house, it doesn't say, the mortgage, the real estate agent does not tell you, hey, if you buy this house and you can't pay cash, you're going to pay $1 million interest. It'd scare the Jesus out of anybody, right? So they just say, here's the number. Does this fit in your budget? Let's make it work. It's 800,000, 3,000 a month, 2,000 a month, whatever the number is. They take a large number, break it down. You got a small number, like a crappy $97 a month grocery allowance, multiply that out times the 12. Make it a $1,164 grocery allowance. Make sense? That's the lesson today. Learn from this tiny little cheap, very thin, very poor quality postcard again. The sender is smart. In this case, they want to send the cheapest, ugliest, crappiest thing, because then people will believe it had to come from the government or somewhere for authority, pretty much the government, because they're the ones that does crappy stuff like this. And it couldn't have come from some insurance agent who really wants my business, or insurance company that pays for all these TV commercials and all these slick folders and stuff. I got all kinds of stuff here from all kinds of different companies mailed out. Big binders, big stuff, free gifts with it, all kinds of stuff. When you want to make something seem like it's official, make it real crappy. And when you want to see a number that you have a small number, multiply it out times the number of months, years, make it seem bigger. If you have a number that is humongously big and scary to your prospects, divide it up into payments and make it seem small. And that is the lesson today on Direct Mail Monday, November 25th, 2024. Happy half-year birthday to me. Just knocked something off my desk. That'll do it for me today. I will be back tomorrow, very early tomorrow, and I'll explain why when I come on early tomorrow. Normally, like right now, the sun is set. It's dark here. It's probably dark wherever you're watching this, unless you're on the other side of the world. I normally finish everything I have to do for work for the day, and then I record my daily Facebook Live video, which I've done every day for the last 7.5 years or so, starting the middle of March 2017, with no end in sight, including tomorrow, but I'll explain why I'm going to record tomorrow. It's extremely early in the morning tomorrow on Topical Tuesday. I hope you'll join me then. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for the likes, shares, subscribe, let everybody know. That way I can help more business owners to have more fun and make more money, because to me, that's what owning a business ought to be all about. I'll catch you tomorrow. Oh, got to click this twice. Can't just say goodbye. Over and out. Bye-bye.